Good morning. Good morning, good morning from 2-degree weather. So I got the big jacket on, but it's sunny, so it feels nice. And here I am at the handoff. We're gonna be handing off the NAFO truck. This is the second one that I've helped raise money for and deliver. I'll explain that a little bit more later, but I wanted to show you this sign. This says, Ukraine, the shield of Europe. And sometimes we forget why we're helping Ukraine. We're like, Ukraine's far away. Not gonna, like it's not our war. Like we've helped already. The thing is, they are literally, like Ukraine is literally the only thing standing in the way of Russia conquering a neighbor, a sovereign nation, and then other dictators having the idea like, hey, we have tanks. Why don't we go take back our historical areas, or go help the Korean speakers in the South, or go help the Chinese speakers in Taiwan, or go help the Spanish speakers in neighboring countries that all happen to have oil and resources and things we want. We also got unfired missiles that are just sitting around in our warehouses, and if we don't use them in the next 10 years, we're gonna have to spend money to maintain them. We want to upgrade as well. We also have a bunch of old tanks that we would love to use up and then build the new modern ones. So us, America, Europe, whatever you want to call it, helping defend Ukraine, yeah, it's good for us. It's good for our economy, but it's not the reason why we're helping them. I even heard people go as far as saying, Johnny, the only reason why you're supporting Ukraine is to make millions of dollars, to make all this money, to get all this clout from YouTube. I guess you could argue that the first year I got a lot of views. I just happened to be here. But ever since November, 7th last year, people have stopped caring about Ukraine, unfortunately. And the views have dropped, we see that. People moved on, especially in the West, my audience. I know, thank you for still watching this, but if you look at the views, the majority of people have stopped watching because they don't care about Ukraine anymore. They moved on once the Hamas-Israel war started. They moved on. But I've stuck it out and come back to Ukraine. I know I can make a lot more money, have a lot more views if I go to Colombia, to India, to the Philippines. Any of these countries where, people like watching to see what's happening. I can get at least the same amount of views just hanging out in Thailand by the pool. But here I am because it's the right thing to do. I don't do it for the money, I promise you. Same reason why I teach English in the school. I'm not getting rich off a teacher. And it's really nice that all these people here are here for the same reason. To help defend the right thing, the right side. Help defend democracy. I seriously mean that. And sure, some people might have selfish reasons. They live in the Baltics, Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, and they don't want war coming to their soil. They're like, if we can help the Ukrainians stop the Russians now, let's help them before their homes and their cities get bombed. So it's one of those things. Actually, every time I hear a drone, I freak out now, but this is a good one. This is just a video aerial drone. But yeah, last night, or actually yesterday, all day yesterday, Shahi drones were flying over my apartment everywhere. If you guys have never seen a Shahid in real life, they're way bigger than you expect. Like I always thought they were kind of like, bigger DJI drones. But when you see one, you realize they're literally the size of this van flying at you. It's like a giant manta ray, or like a small stealth bomber flying overhead, trying to destroy your building, your house.
Oh, bad bag.
Hello, morning.
Good morning, look.
Morning.
Look.
Oh, style.
It's so style, it's unbelievable.
Oh.
Knopnik style.
Fashion is my profession.
Yes, abuse me again.
Good morning. I just came to grab some water, but look at this. This is high Heck now. They've really stepped up their condiment game and the coffee as well. Wow. No hot water. Waiting for power? Oh no. Start there, then come closer. All right. Good morning, Jake. I'm with one of your cars. This one's 56 for the handoff. I think we're actually up to 60 today. So I was wrong. Last time, I thought that was the last of the Jake Bro mobiles, but this is kind of the bonus where this is the second batch of 30, and now officially we're done. So this is Harriet. That's another Jake Bro mobile here. This is number 51. That's Jake Bro number 50. And unfortunately, after this, we're really done with the Jake Bro mobiles. So I don't know if you're planning another fundraiser.
Send more money.
But it'll be amazing because like half of these trucks here today are yours, half of them from last time were yours, and I'm a bit afraid what's going to happen next month.
Hold on. Let me show you the picture behind it. See, look.
Yeah.
The mother, what do you call this?
Motherland Monument.
Yeah.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Where did you come from last night or yesterday?
Yes, we came from Estonia.
Yes.
Yeah, and you drove?
Yes,
Yes, both.
both of us.
Wow, it's cool.
Yeah.
This is Jake 57.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to drive all the way to Ukraine?
Just to get a new experience and help Ukraine
Yes.
in this war.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
Estonian?
Yes.
we both.
Do you feel like helping Ukraine is somehow helping Estonia?
Yes,
sure,
of
for
course,
sure.
of course.
You know about because of our historical background already, like this occupation time and also the stories of our families, and this is all connected. And we really feel that we have to help also Ukraine, that not this will happen again in Estonia.
I feel like a lot of the Russian excuses for invading Ukraine, like propaganda, like a lot of the reasons why you hear Russia invading Ukraine, can also be used as an excuse, BS excuse, bullshit excuse, but still an excuse to invade Estonia. They said, oh, they're so close to our border, we need to secure it. They're joining NATO. They have Western troops they're training people. We have Russian speakers that we need to protect. The Estonians sing these songs like the Forest Brothers, and they are like the Bandera Nazis. They have all these like BS excuses to invade Estonia, and right now nobody thinks of it. I think half the world would just laugh, say, "Oh no, they're not going to invade Estonia," but no one thought that they would invade Ukraine either.
Yes, for sure. But we can never be in this comfort zone, and people get used with the war. This is the most sad part of this, that we have to also be ready for everything, and not to think that nothing can happen with us.
Thank you very much for doing your part.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say to the people who are watching Jake and donating money?
Keep
Yes,
going on.
Keep going,
Keep
going,
going.
yes.
Yeah.
We can't forget about this
Yeah.
war, and we have to fight it until the end and
We can't
support
give up.
Ukraine.
Yeah. Can't give up.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
So, those lovely ladies, Estonian ladies, drove this Jake van. Thank you to everybody who does the monthly donations, of course, all the fellows. And let's take a quick look inside. We have thermals in here. These are wool socks, really nice, which is very needed actually for winter. And long underwear as well. These are really good insoles for the winter. We have a whole box full of gloves, different sweaters and winter gear. Another set of tires. These trucks really come kitted out to help everywhere they can. Sleeping pads. And even this is for the night vision, actually.
Yeah,
The screen for it.
On the dash.
Yeah, this is cool. I think these are even boots. Yeah.
We got drone. Jammer.
And even a huge chocolate bar
And
from. Oh my god, this is cool. And honey.
yeah, Estonian honey.
Oh god,
Estonian chocolate.
this is nice.
I think there's gloves in here, a box of gloves.
The gloves are in the back, so it might be something else. But yes, radar drone jammers. And this is just one of the many, many bro mobiles today, as well as all the other ones that were donated. Let's take a look. So last night at dinner, I actually met someone who works for the Department of Defense, Ukrainian Department of Defense. He happened to be in Estonia for some meetings. He met Wagner and the NATO guys, and he had never even heard of this project. I mean, they're busy, securing, Humvees and tanks and, the big stuff. But when they told him about this project, and they said, hey, instead of taking the train back to Ukraine, why don't you drive one of the trucks and just join our convoy? He said, yeah, that'd be interesting. And last night at dinner, he said, man, he was so inspired that he wants to go back, tell all his colleagues that you have, these grassroots, the civilians donating hundreds of vehicles. I mean, this is enough for a few battalions worth, over the 500 now that have been donated. And he said, listen, even us at the Department of Defense, sometimes we lose motivation. We lose, the drive, because it's so tiring every day, dealing with Russia, trying to secure things. And that this trip actually re-inspired him with more vigor to say, you know what? If people around the world are supporting Ukraine, we can't give up. We have to continue and keep going ahead, because all these are bought with people, just private money. This one from Ukraine Matters, and I'm not sure what flag that one is. Here's another American one with Jake. And thank you so much to Jake, bro, and all your subscribers, because literally you can see all of these are Jake trucks. And if it wasn't for Jake, half of these would not be here. Jake has such a big reach. All of our trucks, these are one truck closer to victory, and it's 100% true. But Jake brings 30 trucks closer to victory every single convoy. But unfortunately, this is the last planned convoy, or the last one with the Jake donations from the second one. And it's not just trucks. All these come with drones as well. These are the Mavic Pros. We have a Magic 3s there. And they come with drones and other, amazing things. There's so many nice Jake trucks. This one's 53. And these are being used for all different purposes. I mean, they're not made to, assault, like a tank would, but to, run logistics, to pull people out, to do reconnaissance, to bring drones, to bring, to evacuate. There's so many uses and needs for these, for scouting. And thank you to everybody who has donated. This is Sweden. Tusen Talk. This is Estonia. Ted P6. Floki. Another Jake 60. I think this one is the last one. Absolutely amazing. But this is, unfortunately, at least for now, at least for the two fundraisers that Jake has done, this is the last truck that's going to be delivered. So next month in December, unfortunately, the convoy is not going to have any more Jake Bro trucks. If you want that to change, comment below, let Jake know. Comment on his channel, comment on the videos, tell him you want to donate. You guys are ready to raise another $1 million. And even if it doesn't get to $1 million, if he gets to $500,000, it's still $500,000 that otherwise would not be here to help Ukraine. Another 30 trucks that would not be here to help Ukraine. So I personally am rooting for it. I really hope Jake does another fundraiser. But it's up to you guys who watch. I'm sure if you want to donate, if you're ready to do it, Jake will do it. So yeah, comment below, let him know. What did you want to say to Jake?
Hey Jake, thank you very much. Big thanks from Lithuania.
Ah, Lithuania, nice. What are you doing here?
Yeah, we just ran a small convoy with 7 cars, 7 vans from Lithuania as well.
Wow. So you drove the how many hours?
Yeah. So I joined as well with this convoy yesterday. Met with Ragnar, and we're gonna make some more great support for Ukraine. So thank you for your help, Jake.
Thank you. How do you say thank you in Lithuanian?
Achoo!
Achoo!
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Bro! Perfect timing.
Here you go.
Is it filming?
It's on, yeah.
Guys, this is the other Johnny, Kazagundi, Aiden. Why do you have so many names?
I don't know. People give me all sorts of names.
Nice. I actually haven't seen you since what?
Last
Almost
September.
It's all been a year.
Yeah.
That was during my, it's been exactly 1 year since I donated, or I was able to raise money. My viewers donated the last truck.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we are again with our truck. Have you seen it yet?
Not yet. I haven't seen it.
I actually drove it yesterday.
Is it this one?
This one right here.
Oh.
Our 3 Dragons.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's beautiful, right? And it's perfect. It's symbolic. Here's Jake Bro's 60th truck, his last truck. And then this is our first truck. But we raised enough for 2, and we're trying to close for the 3rd one. Do you want to quickly just say who it's for?
Yeah. So I approached Johnny and Mikado a few months ago, asking them to help in doing a fundraiser for 2nd Squadron, which is what I'm serving in, which is under the International Legion in Gaul, because we really need a new vehicle, especially with the electronic warfare kit, just because the cars that we do have been battered over the year because of the Donbass roads. So these are very much sought after, in the frontline areas.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know what the electronic warfare is, it's a drone jammer, and these are as many drones as we have on the Ukrainian side to help. Russia also, unfortunately, they get a lot from China for their great relationship. So they're absolutely vital. And then what are these trucks normally used for?
We use them for a lot. Mostly it's for transporting guys to the positions, transporting logistics, or even just getting to the area operations themselves.
Okay. So these aren't being used as fighting vehicles. They're used for they survive because they're used on the back.
It also allows us as well, if the situation demands it, we can also use it to take out the engine if the situation allows it. So these are very valuable in our work.
Yeah. And without these trucks, how are you guys doing these missions?
Without the trucks, I think we would probably be still in Kiev, because the transport situation is incredibly difficult, because the average frontline day, hundreds of vehicles are destroyed on a day-to-day basis on the front, and it's not only the conflict that destroys them, it's just also the road conditions as well.
Yeah.
So they're very valuable to us.
So this is actually a Land Cruiser. You wanna hop in real quick?
Yeah.
You can keep recording from outside. We have mics.
It's so this is gonna get so muddy so quickly.
Yeah, but right now it's so nice, right?
Yeah.
And we have wool socks. We have gloves. We have spare tires in the back. These are, muddy all-season tires. All but
this is awesome.
Off-road tires. It's a nice truck. I drove it yesterday. It's automatic as well, so you don't have to shift through your left hand.
This is nicer than my truck.
This was nicer than my Porsche Cayenne that I just sold. And actually, for those who are watching, I got rid of my Cayenne. The first thing I did with some of the money was donate to our own campaign.
Oh, that's awesome. That's brilliant.
So part of this truck is mine. So I'm putting my name on it somewhere.
And now hopefully in the future you'll see it go into Russia in the future.
Yeah, or hopefully get Russia out of Ukraine.
Yeah, it's definitely going to assist us in doing that.
Nice. So we just met the drivers from Estonia.
Yeah, we are the drivers from Estonia.
And this is Kazakh Gundi. It's going to be given to his unit.
Yeah, much
Different.
appreciated, guys.
Super.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you. We're gonna need it.
Car
It's-
is amazing, actually. Car is amazing.
I mean, it's Toyota. Like they tend to be a lot better than my Land Rover. Like nothing can beat a Toyota, in my opinion, anyway.
No, we took all this 2,200 something kilometers. Occasionally there was the engine light, but I think it was maybe related to turbo. It also came and
Yeah.
went off, this kind of thing. But suspension, steering, gearbox, everything was working. So
Yeah, probably swap out the tyres for the mud ones, just for better traction and grip. When we drive to operation, like we'll just pack it to the brim with all our kit, and then we'll get there, and then we'll unload it, and then we'll suit it for like our needs, such as like transporting the guys to the position or pick-up point and drop off. And the EW is good because like sometimes you might have to go into an area where there's FPVs working, so it's like always good to have like at least some reassurance.
well, we just tried to ramp up. I mean, to inform people back in our home, to give money, to do whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we're still. I think we've got $44,000 so far on the fundraiser, and I think we've got like $23,000 left to acquire the 2 other vehicles. But we actually did pretty well, like for the amount of time that we had, and especially with us like coming up to our deployment, like we got this just in time for what we need it for. Because at the moment we've got my Land Rover, but because it's like a Land Rover, it's not always reliable.
Are you saying the British cars are not the most reliable?
Actually, it's not British no longer. It's owned by an Indian company, which is turned it into a luxury sedan, which is why the quality went down.
yeah.
But Toyota's Toyota, and they will always be the best.
Nice. Thank you guys for driving and your
Yeah.
service. Anything you want to say to the people who are donating the money?
Well, donate more, we will prevail.
Thank you. 10 P6.
Well,
Guys, I know the Estonians are very straight. You know, it's hard to donate more. I understand. I think everyone has their limits. You know, you have your cost of living, you have rent, you know, you have your own bills. So I understand if people don't have the extra to donate. But what he says actually has a lot of weight in it, and not just for individual donors like the ones watching this, but for our governments as well. You know, I think if we gave Ukraine everything they needed to win the war and not just survive, Ukraine could win this war much sooner. You know, they probably could have won already by now if, you know, the U.S. and the, you know, EU didn't block military aid for so long or slow down so long, if everything was, you know, delivered quickly and swiftly, and also there was no limitations on like where they could strike and things like that. So that's one thing that we can all do is just encourage our governments, our militaries to say, you know what, let's get this war won for Ukraine. Let's make sure that Russia is not able to continue this war and encourage other dictators from starting new wars in the future. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, most of our work is on the front lines.
So here's another Jake truck that's been handed off and driving off. Thank you very much. That's going straight to the front to help.
So,
Sorry, guys,
you're
can you guys
back
keep
in
it down?
army.
Yeah, I rejoined service about probably 6 months ago.
Okay. Because if some of you don't know, I need to tell because we have so many volunteers. We have like the biggest convoy. We have people from so many countries, and this legend here was in Mariupol.
Yeah.
He was in captivity. He was locked. You know, Ukraine made with help of some countries, I believe, set the chains, and then you basically came back to Ukraine. You are married with Ukrainian, yeah?
I was.
Oh.
My-
Basically, he got exchanged to he got basically out of captivity. You had some very crazy interviews by some whatever propagandist and so on. And now after that, like unbelievable journey, you found motivation and strength to go back to the army.
Yeah, I mean, initially, like, it took me like probably well over a year to actually like recover to a degree where I was able to go back and still help out on the front line. Back in February this year, I was doing volunteer work around Avdiivka, and then around March time, I made the decision to go back into service with the Gore International Legion and 2nd Squadron. And since then, I've been trying to do as much as I can with like helping the guys in the unit get what they need to get the job done of like kicking the aggressor out.
Are you not scared that Russia, if they see you here, if they somehow capture you, they are going to torture the crap out of you and kill you?
I think like now, like capture wouldn't be an option for me. So like if the inevitable did ever occur, like I probably would just kill myself this time, just because I know there won't be any option for me surviving it because they will want to make an example out of me.
Okay. So you're always going to have a grenade on you just in case?
Pretty much.
And like that's a serious decision you made to know that by being here, you're literally giving your life for Ukraine potentially.
I mean, I've given it once with the death sentence. But like now I know, especially like we could get into the logistics of like the Geneva Convention, like with like how if you go back into service you're not protected by it, but I wasn't protected by it the first time because they don't respect the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
So for now, like my main priority is like to stay here until we see victory. That's like my sole like passion in life, like is to do what I can for Ukraine and also do what I can for the guys, and also try to talk about my guys that are still in captivity, because the vast majority of my battalion are still in captivity after 2 years.
That's crazy, right? I mean, I really appreciate you and all your guys for literally giving up your freedom and your lives to be here. I think the donors who helped get this car and hopefully the next two, they're giving up some of their freedom as well. They can go out and spend that money to go buy the new iPhone, or to go party, or to go to nice restaurants. They're also sacrificing, but not with their lives. So I think it's a very fair trade. Your lives for some extra spending money to help defend.
Yeah, and I want to give like a big thank you to the donors, because like these vehicles, like they really do like make a difference. I mean, I know a lot of people, they will talk about like the aid that the West gives to Ukraine, but at the end of the day, like that aid goes to getting the most important stuff, which is ammunition and life-saving kit. And vehicles on the front line, they constantly need to be maintained if they're not destroyed. The road conditions like on the front line areas are like probably some of the worst I've seen. So, I mean, my Land Rover, for example, like the amount of times I have to take it to the repair shop, and not for it just being a Land Rover, but because of like the road conditions with the spring shocks and everything else that get destroyed by it.
But if you basically think about the beginning of the war, and you was in the army even before active phase started, how you see the changes now? Like what is like it is so fastly developing, the conflict. What is for you the biggest changes today in the front line?
I think the biggest changes I've seen, like even outside of the front line, is like how united everyone's become.
United?
We've like since the invasion. I mean, that was Russia's biggest mistake by invading. They invaded and like they only resulted in uniting everyone in Ukraine, and not only Ukraine but also the world, to turn against Russia, because at the end of the day, like we all know like Russia is the aggressor in this situation. The volunteer community has been massively like overwhelmingly like good with like what they've been able to achieve. Before the invasion we had our volunteer communities, but like since the invasion it's just morphed into something so much bigger that's like helping people on the front line every day.
But tell me, there's no questions that people are united and world is united, and exactly it's the most black and white conflict. It's the most conflict. There is no chance that Ukraine cannot win. It has to win. We need to do no matter what it takes, exactly. No matter what small sacrifices we all make, donating and supporting and so on. But the other thing which is getting more and more difficult is that we are soon hitting 1,000 days of the war.
Yeah.
And mentally, it's getting, today is sunny, but it's autumn, dark time, difficult.
It's muddy now on the front. It was 0 degrees at night. So
yes.
It's changing.
Yeah. Exactly. So the question is about morale, about this thing. What you think that what should volunteers and we as a supporters should do to help those soldiers to keep motivating and to keep morale up?
I think there's not much else I can suggest because everything the volunteer community has been doing has been massive morale boost to the guys that are on the front line. When I told my guys that I'd be fundraising to help get vehicles for our unit, a lot of the guys were happy with that because they know that they need vehicles as well because the vehicles that we do have are very unreliable. So if you end up driving a unit to the position, there's a chance that it might break down, or it might end up just losing a tire because it's just so badly on the road.
Yeah. I drove this car yesterday, just within Kyiv, and I can show you this is nicer than my old Porsche Cayenne. This is a Toyota, it's a reliable, good, solid car.
No, I think that honestly, this car, so we started basically 2.5 years ago, and the co-founder of our NGO is Peter.
Mm-hmm.
He drives Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
So, and it's so difficult to get them. It's almost he looks is difficult, but Land Cruiser is even impossible.
This was the only one in the whole convoy.
Yeah, this is the only one. No, we haven't had 3 months any Land Cruiser, and now we got it one. And believe me, there's no question it goes to the best person ever. Who really deserves and the unit and stuff. We really hope that this helps to deliver. And it's you're a British guy. Yes, even British version.
Yeah.
I mean. The good thing about Toyotas, even if you're not a specialist mechanic, it's pretty easy to learn what's wrong with the car just by YouTubing videos. So even if something does happen on the frontline positions, we can just quickly YouTube something to see if we can fix it ourselves.
Yeah, and in general, even if something goes wrong, you can still drive it out.
Yeah.
Versus the reason why I never donated my old Cayenne is if something goes wrong, unless you have a Porsche mechanic with special tools, you can't even move it. There's so many electronics, there's the air suspension, but this will drive back to Estonia to fix if you need.
Yeah. So the last car we was giving 3 months ago, one Land Cruiser, it was hit next week. It was literally it was basically there was Russian, was not Katyusha, but whatever is the new version of this and it was driving and got hit, and they said, don't worry, we will fix this. I looked, are you kidding? This car looked better. No, this is Land Cruiser, don't worry about that. Exactly. And it saved the life of one of the commanders, really. Yeah.
And actually that's one thing that we really need to remember is, yes, cars are expensive. It's expensive to donate and fix them up, but the cost of one car is much less. It's incomparable to the cost of one life, especially of a volunteer, of a defender, of a commander.
Yes.
Everybody in your squadron, they're all international volunteers.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be here.
Yeah,
exactly.
And they're definitely not doing it for the money.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish that was the case. I know Russian propaganda like to say that we're paid thousands of dollars, but if that was the case, I wouldn't be living in a normal apartment. I'd be living in a mansion.
Yeah. No, I think the people, Russian, propaganda thing. But great, really great to see you again, and really great to see that you keep doing, you keep helping, and we are lucky to have so many people around the world travel here and keep supporting. This is the biggest convoy ever.
Yeah.
What we made, 29 cars. It's crazy. But this is a small part what we do. It's still thousands of times easier than being in front line, getting hit. Seeing what is doing for the soldiers, to seeing your comrades getting killed, wounded, and so on. So huge thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And here is also the patches, what you see now,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you show that to the camera?
Yeah, we show it to the camera, and we will be back. We will be back with more stuff.
Yeah, so we've already raised enough for the second truck that'll come next month, but we're trying to finish our campaign for the final third one. So if anyone's watching this, please go to Help 99. The link will be below, and donate to the fund to get Kazakh Gundi's unit, the last third truck that we need.
Yes. Thank you. Keep pushing.
Exactly.
Which is your
Thank you,
one?
buddy. We'll continue. Can you start a new recording on this? All right. So as we mentioned, we are trying to close this campaign. Thank you to everyone who's donated so far. We are so close. We're like 70% there. And to help get it over the edge for the next 10 days after this comes out, the 3 highest donors are going to get a special bonus gift. When you donate, all you have to do is screenshot it and tag me on Instagram, on Twitter, wherever it is, JohnnyFDJ on Instagram, and let me know your amount. And the top 3, we're going to get one of these items. The first is the Ukrainian flag that's signed by the entire squadron. There's like, how many guys are on here? 30 guys or
like
something?
40.
40 guys?
Something like that.
If you want to show this up close, this is the Ukrainian Foreign Legion, the GUR. I mean, these are literally all people who did not need to be here from all different countries, from what? UK, Spain?
Yeah, we've pretty much got like everyone around the world, pretty much.
And we also have the actual flag from
this is the International Legion GOR logo.
Okay.
And then this is just representing 2nd Squadron.
Okay. And we'll have the 2 of you guys sign right here as well.
Yeah. And then we also have the unofficial 2nd Squadron patch, and then also the GOR trident.
Very cool. So if you guys donate in the next 10 days and help us close this fundraiser, tag me, and the top 3 donors are going to have your choice of which one. So thank you so much to everybody who's watching. Anything else you want to say?
We might also have some trophies that we might be able to raffle off as well.
Thank you to everybody. This is going literally straight to the front. This truck will be there the next few days, and hopefully we'll have the next 2 trucks on there as well. So, Slava Ukraine.
Horoim Slava.
Horoim Slava.
Hello.
Guys, look who I just ran into. If you guys recognize from the last handoff of the Jake Bro car, the truck,
Yes.
I helped hand it off. And how's the truck doing?
Well, the truck is wonderful. It's the most important part from this that delivery was 14 drones.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy. It is crazy important, and the truck is absolutely wonderful. It is still in this. Infancy period. We are not using it heavily in a battle, but because we still have these 2 trucks that are waiting to go outside, and it will replace them. But the drones we use very actively, and we are super happy about that.
I remember you said that with the drones you can go closer.
Exactly, and they do the work that it's unreasonable for us or for human being to do.
It'd be dangerous to go that closely.
Exactly. So, and we lose them. We lose them all the time. And our enemy know how to fight against them.
But at the end of the day, it's much better to lose a $1,000 drone than to lose a life.
Exactly. And this is something that is very new for a NATO soldier to consume drone that much. But it's absolutely drones war, and we use reconnaissance drones a lot. And now we just asked for more drones. We have now received again from Jake Pro 2+2 drones, and it's
2+2. What do you mean? The big ones?
two daylight drones and 2 night vision drones.
Those are really useful.
This is really for NATO soldiers. The quantity of the robotics in the air and on the land is kind of incomprehensible what is happening currently.
Yeah.
So it's,
I mean,
always hear something in the air, FPV and Mavic, and you hear a land UGV drone as well. So you are one piece of meat inside this battle of robots, and this is very, very anti-utopia picture. What is happening routinely.
Hold on. My truck is driving away.
Yeah,
I want to say real quick. Yeah, hold on. Okay. But I think some people will be confused. Like, you don't mean like NATO is here fighting. It means it's a different type of war than in.
It's different type of war, yes, than that NATO knows about, trained for. So I'm really worried about our readiness.
I hope it'll be okay.
I hope it will. I hope this will be this like lesson learned things.
Yeah. Usually
it happens so that army is not learning from others.
Slowly. So guys, remember this: Ukraine is helping defend not only Europe but also NATO.
Yes.
NATO countries, and if NATO needs to eventually get involved, at least they'll have the experience from the Russian soldiers
study drones
and all the volunteers. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you, guys. You're doing an amazing job.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're getting more drones tonight too.
Yes.
Also from Jake.
Yes, from Jake. I received now 2+2 those drones, and we are making we made in next video a request as well.
Okay.
It's amazing. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you.
It's
All right. Luckily this stopped. I was like, where's our truck going? So, Gundi's gonna drive the car. Make sure we don't bump into this other NAFO truck. Special Herson Cat one. Now we can see our flag, Mikado Media, Johnny FD, and Kazagundi. It's amazing. Perfect. Beautiful shot with the Motherland monuments. And we got one of Jake's cars driving by. Дякую. Thank you, Jake. Thank you to Mikado Media. Thank you to Kazagundu. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everyone who donated. You guys are amazing. And guys, these are the guys who are going to be taking Jake's truck. Thank you very much. You want to say something?
My friend.
Yeah.
I just wanna thank what Jake. Jake.
Yes.
I just wanna say thank you, Jake, for giving us the opportunity for having such a great cast. That's very important for our war and for our victory. And if you need something, just you know the number of our unit, and you can tell us like whatever you need. Thank you very much.
The only thing we need is Russia to be defeated and Ukraine to have victory.
It will be.
Thank you. Дякую. Here's another Jake truck being handed off. And this one actually has a Starlink on it, which is really cool. Super. Are we leaving or what?
Do you want to come with us?
Yeah, we're gonna go eat.
If you walk over to the car park, and then you can jump in my car if you want, or you can jump in the bucket.
I'll jump in here.
Okay.
Thank you very much to Jake. There's gonna be lots of cars handed off. It's been an amazing day. Thank you to everyone who's donated. I'm actually gonna hop in this car with these guys and have some lunch. All right, well, thanks again to everybody who came out, everyone who donated. It's been an amazing time and really fortunate. I feel very privileged to have all these amazing, generous people to donate. The only thing that I'm gonna be keeping from the truck is gonna be this. But this means a lot to me. Thank you all for supporting, everybody for donating. for making all this happen, because without you, it wouldn't be possible. All right, time to go to lunch. Are you taking me to the front?
Now we go straight back to work.
I thought we were just going to have lunch. Why we're in a convoy?
We got some Ukrainian MREs.
Oh, God, there we go. Oh, God.